We all love Shannon. No one wants to see a friend broken like this. And honestly, I've never seen her like this before, ever.
Don't cry, don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry.
I felt badly for Shannon. Having your nemesis come into this group, having to deal with an ex, him not going away, and then to get sued while we're filming, and then to have to deal with a lawsuit. I just felt that it was important to rally around her and to try to support her and to make her feel that there are people in her corner.
I was just blindsided that John would be suing me.
I just thought, I'm good. I'll just pay for it.
Can't you force like mediation or something?
I am already paying my attorney to deal with this.
So to have them, you know, bring it up and be supportive, and it's weighing on me.
She is navigating through this authentically and very transparently, and she really owes that to no one, but she's choosing to do that, and so I really do respect her for that.
Like, you guys are so kind, and that's why I feel like I don't deserve it. I'm so grateful. Oh,
I'm so
grateful.
You really do.
The friendship that I have formed with Gina is so refreshing to me, because it's just an example of how you never know what's going to happen in life. Because I really didn't think that we would become as close as we did, or that she would be as supportive as she has been with me.
We support you, and you will figure it out. And whatever you need, we will be there for you.
So Gina and I are in a good space. You know, we're both very busy, and I think we both get it. Like, you don't need to check in every single day. Like, we're good, you know? I'm very appreciative to have Gina.
I don't even know why I'm getting emotional. It's Shannon, you know, but it's really nice, I think, for me, because I've known Shannon for 7 years now.
Hey,
Hi.
nice to see you.
Me too.
This is Shannon.
Hi, Shannon.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And I felt like the entire time I knew her, she never really saw me, and she never really understood me.
Gina,
I'm done. I'm
put
walking
a
away from
pin
you.
in your
I will.
ego.
I'll pin it up. I'm gonna pin it up.
Asshole.
And she had it in her head who she thought I was, and there was nothing other than that. And I think that for whatever circumstances happened and brought us together, she now sees me for who I actually am, and that feels really nice.
Last year really threw me for a loop because
and I apologize for any and everything that I did to hurt you. Because
I think also for the majority of the time that I was on the show, she was in a toxic relationship.
Her, Gina, that is the most ridiculous comment. Her, she's not your friend. We're done with her.
And I think that really affected a lot of her day-to-day decision making.
To be rallied around by those three women, of all people, you know, on the cast, it was overwhelming for me. And I said, I'm not going to cry this season, and darn it, I did quite a few times.
I didn't even actually think about it from Emily's perspective, that when Heather came on, that really did kind of bother Emily. And I don't think I ever really realized that, you know, thought about that or was queued up to that until she started to bond with Tamra. And then I was like, wait a minute, I don't like this.
Yes, you
Tamra's
are.
ass.
How? Tamra doesn't tell me what to do, ever.
Well, I don't know how. She's up my ass. I'm very insulted by that comment.
Just think, in all honesty, Emily, this is really just about, and I know you're working on it, right? And I get that. I don't want to see you be the grand bitch.
48 years old. What do you want me to do?
You and Tamra do this thing where you're like, I'm an asshole. No, I'm a bigger asshole. High five. Like, that's not cool.
Me and Emily aren't talking about, hey, let's high five each other and be mean. That's not the case at all. I was very insulted because I've always been very kind to Gina. We've always had a relatively great friendship. And then she gets in her confessionals and says horrible things. She's done this for years about me.
Why are we all pretending like Tamra's a saint and she's incapable of this kind of bullshit? Like, she's actually pretty known for this kind of bullshit.
Like, what is Gina's excuse? She's was horrible to Jen and went after Jen. And everybody else. She goes after Heather this year for nothing. In fact, I sit down with Jen and I said, I don't know what's wrong with Gina. I mean, maybe something's going on that we don't know. You know, so I don't know. So what makes her mean? If she's like, you know, allergic to assholes, well then she's allergic to herself.
Sometimes you get a little jealous or a little bit like insecure. Friends are going to fight.
That's fine. Pussy, though. That's the difference. I don't think that.
Yeah, but
I think with her, you act like that.
why are you getting so aggressive at me? This
I'm
isn't
not
me
being
coming
aggressive.
at
I
you.
have a
This is me
weapon.
wanting
I
to
have not
talk to
even
you.
used it.
But real friends, when you fight, it brings you closer.
We're fine. I think that we just needed to do that. Things had built up, and on the friendship totem pole, you're at the top.
And I see what happens between Shannon and Tamra, and then I just get
It's not us. Those are two dysfunctional nut
they're
jobs.
so up.
They are. We're not like that.
No.
We're totally normal. I think Gina and I are so close. Like I always say, I equate Gina with a sister, not just a friend.
Emily, to me, is like my sister. She really is, that I never had.
I call this one the vagina ripper.
I call it the tampon loser.
I mean, Emily will never shift. There will never be a shift. Like, Emily is literally one of my best friends in the whole world. I just put her in a different bucket.
There's never any long-term toxicity in our relationship. Like, we're so important to one another that we both have the mentality that we always want to move forward and we always want to make it right. And I just saw Gina a couple days ago. I went over to her house and we sat on her couch and we ate gummy bears and we made that reel that I posted. We have such a solid foundation and such a solid ground as a friendship that even when we're mad and we're yelling at each other, it's like emotional, you know? It's like we're yelling but we're still crying at the same time. And so I think it's as easy for us to come back around.
Emily and I are sisters, we're family, we're ride or dies.
What is it like for both of you to have Sophia filming on the show again?
It was fun. I haven't filmed since I was 4 years old, so I don't really remember it very much, but it was a new experience.
I remember it. I remember one day we were filming and she took the scissors and cut her bangs off.
Yeah.
She's still cutting her
I
bangs.
still do that.
For me, it was a little nerve-wracking because I know how hard social media can be and how mean they can be, but she's such a strong person.
I don't even care.
She doesn't care. She doesn't spend a lot of time on social, and she's right now she's the cool chick that people want to hang out with. That's the only thing I read about you.
So
Yeah, I like you.
You need to teach me how to do that winged eyeliner.
You just take the pen and then you do it.
I'm going to a community college near where we live.
Starting
for
Monday.
2 years. Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just talking to her because she really likes New York, and she's like, God, everybody's so fun, and I'm like, maybe you should go to school here after you do your general ed.
Maybe.
So I would like to see that.
Awesome. Anything else you guys want to touch on?
Maybe talk about your music a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Your music.
Yeah.
I produce music and I sing and I do a lot of like electronic type of music and some guitar even. I have a band camp. It's just under my name.
Okay.
Sophia Barney.
Yeah. Follow her on social media.
Lovely.
We're really plugging it all.
We're plugging it all.